All right, folks, welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. I'm sorry I sound this way. I'm battling a bad head cold and fever, but I always show up, right, Ron?
That's right.
Yeah, I do my best. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about XRP. It's shooting through the roof. Bitcoin. I'm going to talk about a lot of the Doge. Because if you're like me, I'm kind of like I need the manual crypto for dummies. That's me. But at least I know to have been investing in it, which I have been investing in it. And thanks to people like Ron Partain and Mike King and uh, Jim Willie and people like that. So I feel like I started early. So I'm really pleased to see what's happening right now. First of all, thanks, Ron, for joining me.
Oh, dude, my pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, folks, you know I got to do it. Let's see how I do it while I'm battling this head cold. Don't eat breakfast until you learn about a caloric bypass. Your breakfast is setting you up for the entire day to either gain weight or lose it. The term breakfast literally means to break your fast that you started the night before. After about 4 hours, you eat dinner, your body switches to the nutrients we get from food, to the stored glycogen we have in our bodies. Once glycogen stores are depleted, typically after 8 to 12 hours of fasting, the body shifts to burning fat for energy. That's what I do. I do a lot of fasting. Fatty acids are released and from fat storage where they can convert into ketone bodies through a process called ketogenesis. Then, when you eat breakfast in the morning, the body starts the cycle all over again. This is where the caloric bypass comes into play. Dr. Gundry, a heart surgeon in California, learned that if you break your nightly fast with something called MCTs or medium chain triglycerides, you can actually keep burning fat throughout the day and use it for energy. Maybe that's why I'm getting so skinny. But there are specific types of foods that contain these MCTs. Using the breakfast breakthrough, he was able to lose 70 pounds just through diet, and he did this in his 60s. It's never too late, folks. You can find out all about it and his exact method by going to thehealthyfat.com/Nino. That's thehealthyfat.com/Nino, or click on the link in the description box below to get started. It's important to remember that everyone's body processes fat differently, and it all depends on your unique metabolic type, which is why the video he released for my special viewers, he talks all about it. It's really quite fascinating and might change the way you think about your health forever. Get started, folks. The healthy fat. I think I did all right.
Yep, you did fine.
I did fine. I did all
You
right.
you pronounced it all right.
Well, sorry, folks. Anyway,
Some
so
some
Ron,
some levity for this Sunday morning.
yeah. So let's get into it, man. The XRP is just shot up, right?
Yeah, you out here? Let me share my screen. I have a few things to. I came with some things to share today. Okay, so this. You see the chart?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
But
so
what am I looking at right here? Explain it for people like
okay,
me.
so this is the excuse me, this is the 4 hour chart for XRP. It goes back, the visual component on here is going to go back to um, mid August. And you see here the moon cycles. Um, it's not really that doesn't really pertain much to XRP. It has sometimes in the past, but for the most part, believe it or not, the moon cycles actually are a big deal when looking at charts. But anyway, you can see here
I mean, but
basically.
we can expect it from here on out. Is it just going to keep climbing?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, nothing goes up forever. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, like if and it's in fact, let's do that. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Um,
I know people that invested in Bitcoin way early when it was pennies on the dollar, and now they're like
well,
millionaires.
I already told you that I did I missed my chance at doing that. I was going to buy Bitcoin back in like 2000 and
But so here's the thing that I'm going to ask probably the whole audience knows: when can we use it? I mean, okay,
you
it looks great
can
on
use it now.
paper.
Okay, so look. So this is 2012. This is as far it goes back. Actually, this is probably like 2000 and this is 2011. All right. This is where um 2010 is when I was going to buy some, and it was roughly a penny
What
at
are
the
we
time.
looking at here? Bitcoin?
This is the Bitcoin chart,
Wow.
basically the entire Bitcoin chart that's on TradingView. And you see here how it just went sideways, 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 sideways until about 2017, and then it just started to go crazy.
Boom. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was when Trump came in, and then or Trump came in, and then he started talking negatively about Bitcoin, and then it crashed. Okay, so if you analyze this chart and compare it to like the Amazon chart, it's a very similar thing. Like Amazon had like a really big climb, and then it dropped back down, and then I mean now, if I was looking at the Amazon chart compared to this, it'd be like Amazon would be off the chart. That's
Really?
how right.
Wow.
So, um, but at the time, this was a big deal. And this top was about $18,000. It came back down. I remember in about 2018, 19 is when I kind of got in, and it was about I think I bought a full Bitcoin at about $6,000. And when it got up to about $35,000, that's when I converted it in. I converted that entire position into XRP at, I think XRP was at 16 cents at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, Bitcoin's going up as well, right? So they're both just shooting up.
Well, they are, but see, Bitcoin leads the charge, right?
Right.
Bitcoin leads the charge here. So let's go back. I just wanted to show this for reference. Okay, so let's go back to XRP, uh, but I don't want to have the month. I want to be. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. Okay, so actually, here, let me go. Let's go back to the 1 week chart. This will be a little bit better. So, and just ignore all the moons and shit. But you see, this is in 2018, and you see it went up. The XRP top was at $3.28. That's the top.
Really?
That's the top of XRP right
Okay.
here.
In
That is
2018.
that is its all-time high in 2018. And actually, XRP outperformed Bitcoin in that bull run in terms of percentage of growth.
Okay.
So XRP was the top performing asset in 2018. This is 2021. This is kind of right down in here. This is where I kind of converted. If I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was somewhere in here where I converted. I converted my Bitcoin, and then you see what happened here, right?
You converted
Well,
your Bitcoin to XRP?
oh, I converted my Bitcoin in. I converted my entire XRP or my entire Bitcoin position into XRP, and I had like
That's
one.
how strong, that's how faithful you are to XRP.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, and at the time, like I said, it was the time that I converted it. Bitcoin was 35,000, and I converted it into XRP, which was like 16 cents.
Right.
So
What year was that?
that was right in here.
What year is that? I can't see.
It was like it was in 2020,
2021.
2021, early 2021. So, and then you saw what happened here.
Yeah.
So it went all the way up to $1.96. Well, at this point, this is in like April, and I was convinced that it was just the beginning, that it was going to go, by the end of the year, it was going to go up to like, eight or $10. Well, it didn't happen. This is where I learned my lesson in crypto. I was emotionally tied to my bag. All right. So I didn't take any profits here. And ultimately it came all the way back down. So yeah, that's not fun. It's not
It's a gamble,
it
right?
is, well, it is, but and it's a live and learn type thing as well, right? So I believed in XRP back then. I believe in XRP now. I there are some other projects that I also believe in. I believe very much in Caspa. I
Okay.
think
And Doge. What about Doge? I heard Doge is
well,
that's skyrocketing as well.
well, I think Doge is skyrocketing just because of the social factor of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. The fact that Mr. T named the Department of Government Evaluation DOGE, right? So the fact that he named the department that Musk is going to head the same like
Yeah.
name as that token, I think
That's
that
what shot it up.
well, I don't, it's not only that, but Musk, because of his reach on on X has an enormous influence on the price of things because whenever he makes a post, you know, 20 or 30 million people are going to see it. So you know, it's Doge is not a bad investment, but my thing, you know, I think I mentioned to you, I took a portion of my holdings and I bought into a program to a guy who does not believe in XRP. He's actually more of a 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗹. What that means is that somebody who is if you're a maxi in a particular project, then you basically believe in that project alone. There's a ton of Bitcoin maxis, and there's some XRP maxis, and there are other coin maxis like Solana and Ethereum and stuff like that. But uh, for the most part, XRP Bitcoin is the biggest. Bitcoin has this is actually interesting. Bitcoin right now has a market capitalization of $1.8 trillion.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So that means that's
And,
all the.
and and I know people that have bought their house with Bitcoin. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, I don't understand how that process even starts. I mean, there's I
Well,
guess
they just liquidate it. They just liquidate it on an exchange and then forward the
okay, so
fund.
they just turn it into cash, give it, and that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless the company who is receiving the funds wants to accept the Bitcoin, and then if they accept the Bitcoin, then the transaction goes through. They confirm it, and then you know the transaction. It
So
would
this
be
is like it's really the crypto stock market, I guess.
okay. It is basically the stock market 2.0.
But you could just pull out whenever you want. You don't have to have no middleman. You do it yourself. How
Well,
are these exchange apps?
they're okay. They're good. You know, this is kind of what I believe is coming, and this is just my opinion. But we're we're gonna have what was I? So XRP. So talking about exchanges. Well, there's good exchanges out there. I have three exchanges that I work with. I use Uphold, which is based out
Yeah.
of England. I use Coinbase. I also use crypto.com. I
But
have
isn't
one.
it important to have it on your wallet instead of the exchange? I mean, that's what I've
No,
been told for a
it's
long time. Bo
not. It
Pony taught me
doesn't
how
work.
to.
Doesn't work that way. What you do is you have a wallet and you self custody your assets, and then when you want to off ramp those assets to go into the traditional financial system, then what you do is you send them from your wallet where you're self custodying them into an exchange that would be like a bank.
So it's just better to keep it in an exchange. It's just easier.
No, it is not better to keep it into an
Okay.
exchange because if you keep it into an exchange, well, you remember FTX?
Yeah.
Okay, FTX was an exchange. Well,
Mhm.
everybody who had all their funds on FTX when FTX collapsed lost all their money.
Damn.
So you don't want to keep it in an exchange. That's an exchange is basically a bank. And if the bank fails or the exchange fails, your all your money is gone if you're
Wow.
not holding it yourself. So
So it's better to be on a wallet.
it's better to be on a self custody wallet, but you want to have it on a wallet that is not where you own your keys. Nobody has seen your keys. You know, I mean, from a security standpoint, what I do is I write all of my keys out on a piece of paper, a piece of card stock. I'll put that card stock into a actually, I had it right here, but I don't. I put that card stock into a like a fireproof, waterproof, um, like kind of like a wallet, not a wallet, but like a case for documents, and then I put it in my safe.
Yeah.
So it's like it's waterproof, it's fireproof, and it's on card. It's on card stock. So if any water does spill on it, the paper is thick and it can withstand the the moisture. I
Right.
can dry it out and it'll hold.
So
Uh,
let me ask you this, Ron. Where do you
yeah.
see this going? I mean, obviously, it's very eerily quiet. I know everyone can agree with me on that, but it's just seems like just too good to be true. Like we're going into the golden age now. Trump leading the way, Elon, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, it's like the friggin' Avengers.
Hmm.
Um, do you buy into any of this 𝗬𝗓 stuff, or that I mean, is this what it is? I mean, are we just going to be playing with cryptos, and is the Federal Reserve going to be gone? I mean, it seems to me like we still need cash. We're going to need cash. I don't understand how this is going to go. How is cryptocurrency going to work with the Fed and cash? Does that make sense?
That's a loaded question.
Well, I guarantee my audience is thinking that.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying the so let me pick it apart. First of all, is crypto going to replace the dollar? I don't believe crypto is going to replace the dollar. I believe, first of all, I don't believe that the Federal Reserve note, the current existence and what we consider currency, the dollar, I don't believe that that form of money is going to maintain itself. I believe that that is going to go away.
Huh.
I believe that
So
we're
we
going.
are going into a cashless system. It's
No, I
just
didn't say that. Let me finish.
okay.
So I believe what we're going to have is we're going to have another form of the dollar that is not a debt instrument, because the dollar in its current existence is a debt instrument because it's based on debt.
So gold backed dollar.
If we go to a gold backed dollar, the denomination will still be a dollar, but it's not going to be a dollar based on debt. It's going to be a dollar based on gold. So the value will have, and if they revalue it, so I mean, look, I'm sure you've seen, posters from like the 1920s that says, come here, buy it's a cotton candy for a nickel or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Inflation.
exactly. So if we didn't have any inflation, if you look at the value of the dollar going back, basically from the end of the Civil War all the way into the 1920s, it was basically stable. It didn't start to balloon really until like the 50s and 60s, and then when it got into the 70s, that's when it really went crazy, because the 70s, that was when we went off of the dollar, off the gold standard for good, when Nixon did that. I want to say it was like 71 or 72. That was when we really started to see a spike in the gold price. I think gold got up to like $200 or $300 in like the early 80s. And now what is gold today? Gold like $2,500. You should even like a year ago, gold was like $1,500,
Right.
1,600. So, you know, gold
So
is
is this going to protect us when the dollar crashes? Everyone's talking about the black swan event, banking systems going down. I mean, is it just going to switch over to this? Is that what we're going to be looking at? I mean, how is that going to play out in your mind?
okay. So I in my mind, digital assets, cryptos, and stuff like that are going to be it's going to basically be the rails that money is transferred on, right? Right now, see, people think that, oh, well, if we go to crypto, that's a digital currency. Well, newsflash, when you pay for something at the grocery store, how do you pay for it? You pull out your debit card and you swipe it. Very few people pay with cash these days. Everybody's paying. They've got a debit card attached to their phone and they tap their phone. Well, that's digital, people. You're using digital money. So the whole concept of digital money was created a long time ago.
Right.
So, um, but getting back to the 𝗧𝗏 question, all right, I believe that when the dollar goes away in its current form and then we get another dollar that's based on gold, I believe that the Federal Reserve in its current existence will either cease to exist or be completely restructured and rolled into the Treasury, and it will no longer continue to be an institution that's owned privately.
Right. And that makes
So
actually that makes the most sense to me.
right. And I just don't know if the Federal Reserve is going to exist in its existing structure. If you look on the Team 17 board, if you will, there was mention in there about somebody asked the question about the Fed, end the Fed or Fed ending, and the response was restructure. Now, whether or not that transpires, I don't know. But my belief is that that's probably the most likely outcome. So, and
You got a
talking.
lot of people watching this right now that are all about 𝗬𝗓𝗧𝗃, the whole thing.
That's okay. They
You
can
know,
they can disagree with me. I don't have any problem. I understand what they're talking about. I get it. I get the desire for wanting to have the 𝗬𝗓𝗧𝗃. I just don't believe that. To me, I look at 𝗬𝗓𝗧𝗃 as too good to be true.
right? They're
And
hoping. It's hoping. It's hopium.
it's hopium. And I understand the desire to want that what that is going to provide. I believe that we are going to see certain manifestations that resemble what the 𝗬𝗓𝗧𝗃 label is under, but I don't believe it's going to be under that banner. In other words, are we going to see a debt jubilee? I if the dollar or the Federal Reserve note is a debt-based instrument and we go away from debt, then things like credit cards and student loans and things like that very likely will just disappear, in my opinion, because they are also debt-based instruments propping up the value of the dollar. But if that goes away, then we'll have to have something that's based on a solid commodity like gold or silver or a basket of commodities, if you will. So and I think Mr. T is even talking about using Bitcoin as one of
Right.
those. So as a strategic reserve. So I don't know. I mean, again, this is a guessing game, bro. I am just giving analysis based on
Yeah.
the it's my best
Your
guess.
research opinion. I mean, and there's so many things that are going to be changing. Like he's going to be funding the government now with tariffs.
Yeah.
Other than our taxes, I think he wants to get rid of the income tax, tax on tips. What other taxes? Did he say anything else besides those two that I missed?
No, not to my knowledge. I mean, basically
But I
saying
mean,
that.
that's a big problem for other countries. I mean, this whole globalist plan here has
Mhm.
just been thwarted. The whole apple cart has been upset. I mean, and he's letting them know, like, we don't, you're gonna pay bigly to get into America. I mean, we're seeing a complete transformation of America as soon as this guy gets in there on day one.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that. I finally found it. Yeah, let's see here.
That's what she said.
Yeah, you kicked my ass. Dude, my okay, so I don't know if you know this, but my eyesight is absolute garbage. After I had my
I know mine is too now.
yeah, after I
Well, no,
had
mine's gotten better actually. You know what? Kind of weird. This is true story. Ever since I started using that red light therapy, my eyesight's gotten better, and I'm on a lot of supplements and stuff like that. But I stopped wearing my
well,
glasses.
it's not because of that. I had a retinal detachment.
Oh, you
So
did?
yeah, I had a retinal detachment in my left eye, and I'm right eye dominant. So my right eye is what I use for distance, and my left eye is what I use for up
I've
close.
had that. I've had that boxing.
So yeah, so I can't. I mean, there's just it impacted the center of my vision, so I can't really see things up
I had
close.
my whole orbital bone shattered
Ooh,
in like
yeah,
32 different places or something like that.
that must have been brutal,
Oh, I was seeing all kind. Yeah, boxing's a brutal, brutal sport. That's why I commend Tyson for getting in there at 58 years old, man.
dude. I could have. Well, I mean, my feeling is that he's just broke and he needs the money.
Nah, that guy's living a good life. With the name like Mike Tyson, dude, you could do anything you want. People want you for everything. He's probably getting calls all day to sponsor this, do that. He can handpick anything he wants to do. He's never going to be broke.
Mm.
Seriously. I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
unless
that's
he owes a lot of money to the IRS and this and that, which I don't know what his personal finances are, but there's always be a way for that guy to make money.
nah, you're right. You're right. Well, bringing
Unless
it
he went to a Diddy party.
back, you never know. You never know. Guys that get to that height,
Nah,
well,
Tyson, no.
no.
Nah,
Okay.
nah.
Have you met him?
Yeah, I just posted a video of me working out with him
Oh, nice.
on Instagram and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
met him.
Well,
We were in contact for a few months, man, and then just once I lost in boxing and stuff, I just kind of just went into my hole, went into my own personal space, and just shut the whole world out for like 10 years, dude. So I'm starting to resurface. I'm starting to like, yeah, I'm starting to get able. I'm starting to be able to watch fights again, which is very hard for me to do, but It's like watching your ex-girlfriend date someone new. I don't know how to explain
Right.
it. It's the
I,
hardest thing. It's
that's a very good analogy. Certainly
and
something
not
that
just date
I
him, but watch him do the whole thing
do.
and sit
Uh,
there in the room with him.
that's oh, that's funny. Um, well, let me. I want to address the a lot of your audience that is, you know, the 𝗬𝗏 crowd. All right. Well, I'm not trying to like throw water on the fire at all. I just feel like the 𝗬𝗏 is surface level. It's like surface level. It's not. You're not really digging too deep into what's going on. And I know Mel is a big advocate of the whole 𝗬𝗏 thing, and he says he's got evidence. And okay, you know what? Okay, if
Hey,
you
dude,
have
everyone has their own opinion. I at least know to diversify my funds, dude. That's what I do. And I got
100%.
gold and
Well,
silver, like I have it on me. I play with XRP, Bitcoin, whatever. I just know to diversify. And that's all I'm doing.
well, the you know, I was looking here for some articles for today, and I stopped sharing my screen here, but I'll read this as a what's going on. The title of the article is "What's Going On? Ripple Whales Holding Over 1 million XRP
Damn.
is a 6-year high." So what that means is that the amount of wallets that hold a minimum of 1 million XRP is at a 6-year high. So
Wow.
more and more people are buying XRP. And as more and more people buy XRP, you're going to see an increase in the price. And now with Mr. T coming,
What do you think it could go up to? I know you're
well,
guessing here. It's
in the
this
short term or the long term?
I'm saying like in the next but while Trump's in office, let's say all the way the next 4 years, where do you see it going?
Hmm.
30
Well,
bucks, a hundred
I've
bucks.
okay. So I again, I looking at this market capitalization. If XRP had Bitcoin's market cap of 1.8 trillion, one XRP would be the equivalent of $31. Okay,
Yeah.
that's if it's at 1.8 trillion. If they bring the derivative market into this and XRP is connected to the derivative market alone is worth $27 trillion.
Wow. Jeez.
Okay, that's just the derivatives by themselves. That's not including anything else. Well, how many people do you know that have Bitcoin compared to how many people who don't?
Way more who have Bitcoin.
What's
Oh,
that?
that you mean between that have Bitcoin or don't?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I know more people that don't have it.
that's right.
Yeah.
And so you know you said earlier that you got in early. Well, you know what?
Not with
Newsflash.
Bitcoin. I got a little bit, but I got more XRP. I listened to
Right,
you and that you all that told me to do that, and I just
right.
my instincts told me to go into XRP. I suggest everyone do it
Oh,
before it shoots up.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that at all. But I'm again I'm not an XRP maxi anymore. I actually like I really like the project of Caspa, KASPA. You can only buy Caspa. The only major exchange that you can buy Caspa on right now is Uphold,
Okay.
and Caspa is basically is Bitcoin 2.0, and it is so Caspa is kind of like a combination of, in a rudimentary way, it's a combination of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Um, on Caspa chain, they're now doing meme coins, and you know, like if you bought a Pepe meme coin, you know, when it was like 0.00000, you know, 10 zeros and a one or however many zeros it had. Well, now it's like, what is it, like four zeros or something like that? I mean, it has exploded. And the market, I don't know what the market cap of Pepe is right now, but I mean, Pepe is an up and coming monster, just
Wow.
like Doge and Shiba and stuff like that.
We should see the trend is shooting up. So that's what we should see with all these coins now.
Well, in the meme coin space, so there was an article that came out in June of this year that talked about the return on investment for the different sectors within the crypto community. The real world asset was the second in the on the list, and it was, you know, like likes of Bitcoin, XRP, things of that nature, things that are going to be holding a use for real world a function. And the return on investment at that was like 290%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the meme coin space, the return on investment for that at that point of the year, which was like 6 months into the year, was over 1,800%.
Wow.
Now, the meme coin space is like going to a slot machine. It's
Yeah.
extraordinarily risky. But if you know what you're looking for and you know what to do, and that's kind of why I bought into that guy's program, because he breaks it all down and says this is what you want to look for, and this is how you identify good projects. And since then my portfolio has gone up. Actually, in the last week and a half, my portfolio has more than doubled.
Damn. That's some crypto or your
Just
OnlyFans?
crypto. Just crypto. And well, dude, you always talk about my OnlyFans, and I every time I ask you not to think about that. Nobody wants to see that. Come on, man.
Dude, you're just so easy to fuck with. I don't know. I just have to slide it in there, man.
I
Ding.
know it's okay.
Just
Well, that's I just roll with it, man. Water off the duck's back, bro. It's all good. I can take it
oh man. Well,
because I know it's meant with love. So,
yeah, that's all fun, bro.
but you asked so many questions that I feel like I haven't really answered yet. But let me address the self custody thing, because there's a lot of people out there probably who don't know anything about crypto. All right. Well, my advice to you is just learn. Get out there and learn. It's not difficult. When I didn't know anything about it, I made the decision to just go out on YouTube and just start learning. I just watched nothing but crypto videos for like 2 weeks straight. That's all I did. And
Or they could just watch this video.
well, no, this video is just surface level stuff. People
This
need
is
to
like Crash 101 for dummies.
yeah, this way, way, way crash. But
And I'm still having a hard time with
well, you,
it.
you got to know what blockchain is. You got to know,
Yeah.
you need to know
I
how.
just know to do it, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I work. I just know to do it. That's
Well, and that's fine. And honestly, if
and I'll
people
let the rest figure itself out.
yeah. So what you're saying is that you know how to get in the car, put the key in the
And I'll
ignition,
just let
hit the
God
accelerator.
take the wheel.
That's it. Yeah. And see what
That's
I'm
just the way I've
advocating
been
people
doing
to
it.
know is how the engine works. Because if you know how the engine works, you will have a better chance of success. But and I always like to use the parallel of email. Back in the mid '90s, nobody knew what email was, or even cell phones for that matter. But now nobody has a house phone, and people hardly even use snail mail anymore.
Man, dude, the only people that I mean, I'm still like dumbfounded and just awestruck when I talk to somebody that's usually they're the older than 70, that are still like, you know, call my landline. I don't think I've heard that in like 5 years. I think the
Yeah.
last time I heard that was 5 years ago, and that person's probably already passed away. But like, if
I
you think
know
about, I
I
mean,
know a few people that do. The few people that I know that have landlines and only flip phones, because they're the paranoid type and they're like the hyper
yeah,
paranoid.
yeah, flip phones for sure.
Yeah.
My
And,
dad, he
and I get
understands. He
that.
doesn't care about the stuff on the smartphone. He went to the Best Buy and told them, or not Best Buy, I can't remember where it went, but this is Verizon. He's like, I don't want a smartphone. I want a dumb phone. And they were like, everyone started laughing. They're like, all right, sir, okay. They were trying to show him all the stuff it can do and this and that. My dad just looked at him. I don't want a smartphone. I want a dumb phone. Like,
That's hilarious.
the less people that bother him, the better. I'm kind of getting like that now at this age.
Oh, I listen. I completely understand, but the problem is that even if you have a dumb phone, they can still track it.
Yeah, of course.
But the good thing about some of those phones is the crucial component is if you can take the battery out, because guys like us, because we have, I have an iPhone, and the problem with an iPhone is even if it's powered off, it's still like transmitting a
I,
signal and stuff.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
mean,
I
I
agree.
don't
Like
care.
if they're
You're
gonna
talking
come
to a
to
guy.
if they're gonna hunt me down, they're gonna find me
I
one way.
just don't give a shit. That's why I say all the things I do on my program, because try taking a knife to the throat. Okay, that happened to me. Taking a knife to the throat, overdose on drugs, come back, get knocked out. I mean, dude, I don't. They can listen to whatever they want to listen to with me. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say what I want all the time.
Listen, I'm right there with you because I am very rebellious. I am extraordinarily rebellious, and I don't apologize for that.
No,
I
I don't.
actually
I don't
think
care. I'm
I
not
think
hiding
we
anything,
need
even with my audience. I'm transparent as can be. I don't care.
We need people to be rebellious.
That's just natural for me.
Mhm.
You know.
We need people to be rebellious. But let me come back to the self-custody thing. So if you guys, if people don't know where to start and you want to, you do have some crypto and you're holding it on an exchange and you don't know where to put it, you don't know what wallet to use. My advice would be to use a Tangem wallet. That's TANGEM.
What about
And
the Trezor?
Trezor is good, but it's in my opinion, the Trezor is a little outdated now. The Trezor that was what I used a long time ago. It's still good because it's
Okay.
what you call cold storage. It's not connected to the internet.
But when I put it in, however much is in there,
It's going to
like
stay in there.
yeah, but the amount will go up to whatever it was I bought,
Yeah,
right?
it'll be commensurate to whatever the value
Okay,
of things
cool.
are, and you can still see what that is.
That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
but the really cool thing about the Tangem wallet, here, I'll show you. So the Tangem wallet comes with these little cards. It looks like, can you see?
Yeah,
It comes with
yeah,
a
yeah.
card.
That's kind of like the Trezor. The Trezor, the same thing.
But what this does is, so I have all my assets on my phone, and if I want to make a transaction, I have to tap this card. When I do the transaction, I have to tap the card to my phone. If I don't tap the card to my phone, that money doesn't come out. So in essence, even if it's on my phone, it is still in a hard wallet. It just can't be taken out unless you have one of these. So my advice is, is a Tangem, and there's also a great wallet out there called the 𝗬𝗃. 𝗬𝗃s are good. If you don't want any of those and you want to do something that's still considered a cold storage that's not connected to the internet, get
But
yourself.
it's kind of a bitch, right? To put those if you don't know what you're doing, you
Well,
gotta have someone to walk you through it.
yeah, well, let me finish. What you can do is you can get like an old iPhone that you no longer use that basically is like an iPod now, right? And you can connect it to Wi-Fi, and then you can download the app on there, and then you can toggle the Wi-Fi on and off. It's not connected to the cell network. It's only connected when you log into Wi-Fi. So in essence, you can take an old iPhone and with a Tangent wallet, you can convert it into a cold storage device.
Nice. All right, bro. I gotta jump on to the next podcast and I gotta blow my nose and I don't want to do it on the air. So
Well, all right. Well,
yeah.
I don't really talk about crypto on my channel. I do a little bit, but not too much. But you can find me untoldhistory.tv. That takes you straight to my Rumble page.
You got it. Thanks, Ron.
Hey, man, I hope you feel better,
Let's
dude.
hang out again soon. Come on down
I
here.
would love to.
Let's go
But yeah.
go next play in the train tracks like we did the last time. That was pretty
You
crazy.
like? Hey, by the way, well, when we're done, I'll ask you. So
All right.
yeah.
I won't go on a date with you.
No, I wanted the video. I wanted the. You made that video out of the stuff that I shot, and then you took
I
it down.
purged everything, yeah, because I got
Yeah.
paranoid, dude. Because
But do you still
it
have
was
that? Do you still?
I go through little cycles of paranoia,
But do you
and
still
I
have
just
the video?
yeah, I still got it.
Can you send it? Can you send a copy of it to me?
Find it, bro. Yeah, I'll do that for you. All right,
Well,
folks. We'll see you later. Let's talk right now.